So if we start to see a bit of a movement on the downside in the indices, we could be getting ready for a really big drop to come. I want to share with you exactly why I'm seeing that, especially on the NASDAQ and the ES. We're going to be looking at the shorter term time frame charts. And also, I'm going to be looking at platinum, guys. Platinum I'm going to bring up here because platinum I've been really focusing on. And I believe we could be getting ready for a really, really, really nice move to come. Plus, also, there is two markets right now, guys, that once again, if they start, it's going to be a free fall. It's going to be complete. Once it starts, it's going to be a complete meltdown into free fall. I really do believe that. And so it's just about being patient and getting ready for that. So anyway, guys, don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video here, right? Trading this, the number one thing for you guys to understand about risk in the markets is that there's no guarantees of making a profit on any single given one trade. Every time you enter the market, think about, if this is a losing trade, am I okay? Am I good? That's the first thing you should do. You do that, you're on the steadfast of being around for a long time in the markets. So let me actually share with you what I'm seeing right now when it comes to the good old platinum market. All right. So if you guys that are, I'm always looking at, as you guys know, and again, that first thing in the description there, guys, I give away free trading course plus also access to my trading system. And you'll see that my system works across all markets. So because it works across all markets, I'm looking at all different types of markets all the time. So the one thing about platinum that I'm seeing right now is we're probably getting ready for a really big move out of platinum. Now, here's one thing that I do know when it comes to all markets out there, right? All markets out there. This even happened on the actual stock market itself, right? So if I bring up the stock market here, and let's bring up, say, the Dow Jones or the NASDAQ. I'm just trying to find something a bit better, right? So this happens time and time and time again. And what am I talking about here? The number one trading pattern that I love to see in the markets is this, is when we start to develop a sideways period in the markets, right? A sideways period, when the market's not really doing much, right? See how we went through here? The reason why I love seeing this here, now this is on a daily chart over a short period of time. The longer the time frame this happens, when we do eventually break out, and this is why I love looking at these, when we do eventually break out, we tend to go for really nice moves in the markets. And this is the reason why at the start of last year, I was chopping at the bits to get into the gold market, because it's the exact same thing. See, guys, I'm looking at the exact same things every day. My number one trading thing that I'm looking for all the time, not my trading setup. I have my trading setup. And again, I teach you all those in the description below. But the number one thing I'm always looking for is, have we been going sideways for quite a bit of time? Because if we do, and again, this is what's going to work out. This is why what's happening on the indices on a lower time frame, I'm going to talk about that in just a minute, is so important. And look at this here, right? Look at this here. What happened here? Again, traders, if you're looking for one of the worst things that you can do as a trader is this. What most traders do, and I've seen it in my comments section, is this. Is most traders now are getting involved with gold over the last couple of months right here. Why weren't you looking at gold through here and capturing the start of the move? And then now a lot of gold traders are getting up here. You see the differences, right? Where, what did I say just a minute ago? My number one trading thing I'm looking for is what? Sideways. Because when we go sideways like this, and this is a weekly chart, when we do eventually break out, we tend to go for a really big move. Now, there's no guarantees of that actually making that move, right? Remember I said before in the disclaimer, right? Sometimes it doesn't work out. There's been many times when I do get this to break out and it's a false breakout, okay? But looking at a general thesis around here is that this is the reason why I was chopping at the bits right here to get into gold, and I did through here and through here. So this whole level all through here, from there to there, I was very, very heavily into gold. Call options on the GLD did really well. Now, guess what? See, so many people getting into gold right now. Where were you before when it was about to break out? What, were you focused on Bitcoin at that time, were you? Probably were. Because that's what people are saying, right? The story was here. And this happens time and time and time again. Look at this back here. Look at this here, right? This is where it gets so awesome, doesn't it? Look at this here. See that sideways period through there? Look at all that sideways period. What happens when we broke out? Very nice trending analysis. Sideways period, very nice trend analysis. So the number one thing I want you to recognize is here, guys, right? When market's going sideways like this, people are bored. Me, I'm not. I'm getting excited. Why? Because I'm looking for those setups that's likely to make a big move. Most traders are looking for anything to make a small little profit. No. Switch your focus onto not a lot of trades, but trades that have the potential of making a big move. And I'm giving you the foundations of what I'm looking for. But then obviously I have two things, right? Firstly, I have the channel, and then I actually have my setup that I look for. And I'm looking for that through here. That's the perfect scenario. Again, I teach you all those in the description below there, right? So the reason why I'm bringing this up here is, one, you understand that if you want longevity in the markets, getting into, say, gold right now, run away from it. Why are you looking at gold right now? Because you hope it's going to go to 4,000, right? It's already made a big move, right? So now for you, or for me anyway, I'm going to go and have a bit of a po-beak across the street, across all markets. Across all markets, right? And that brings on the good old platinum. The good old platinum market. And let's look at this here. What has the platinum market been doing for all of this time? I've actually got a bit of trend line going on here, don't I? And then this one going through here. What has this been doing through all this time? Look at this here. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Now, I don't know where this is going to go, right? So if you're like, I'm going to buy it, like you are gambling, right? The purpose of what I'm just saying here is, as you can see, and especially the last sort of couple of years, if you actually look at all of this through here, see that all through there? Notice, you see what I'm saying? Now, I'm looking for, now this could break down, this could break up, we don't know where it's going to go, right? But this is where I'm getting really excited, because I could be getting ready, this platinum could be getting ready for a big breakout real soon. Some people say it's definitely going to go up. You don't know that. Some people say it's definitely going to go down. You don't know that, okay? Your ego might say it, but that's where I'm just trying to share with you here. Now, on the back of all of that, the reason why I've mentioned this here in this video is because of what? It's also the same thing for oil. Oil has done what? See, it's all the same thing, right, guys? It's all the same type of thing. Look at this here. When the market went sideways through all of this time through here, and again, that was a whole year of doing nothing. Then we had a big drop. Again, this is a weekly chart, by the way. These are weekly bars. And I know it's hard for you guys to hold on to something for 7 days. Like, oh my goodness, overnight trade, 7 days. Oh my goodness. Oh, right, cool. But look what's happening now. We're actually starting to we're actually breaking out to the downside, and we could be getting ready for the start of that nice move to come. This looks really similar to what gold did, right? Look what gold did, but gold did it to the upside, didn't it? What did gold do? It actually broke out, and then we had about 3 months of sideways movement, and then we started the really big move. Right? Oil. What's oil doing? It's broken out. We're developing the sideways movement, but now it's the bearish pattern. See that through there? So I'm telling you right now, traders, there are so many amazing opportunities out there. And if you don't know what you are looking for, you are missing out on so many opportunities. Not only that, but I promise you, you're getting into bullshit trades on hope, think, fear, FOMO, and they are never a good idea. Never trade based off what you think, hope, or fear. Never trade based off what you think, hope, or fear, because that's never a good idea. Well, John, what am I supposed to use? Pattern systems. Have a pattern that you know that works most of the time. Go to the market, look for that. That's what you do. You don't open up the chart and say, well, this looks like it's going to go up. Let me go. No. Come on now. You want to be professional? You want to do really well in the markets? Right? So, the reason why I'm bringing all this up to you here right now is because when I start to go down to some of the shorter time frame charts, say for example the hourly chart right now on the S&P 500 future, what are we getting? We just broke to the upside. What are we getting right now on the futures? Look at this here. So I don't know what's going to come next, but here's what I'm saying here, and hence the title and the thumbnail of this video, is this. We're going sideways, right? Is it going to break up? Is it going to break? I don't know. Break up, break it down. Break up, break down. I don't know. But one thing I do know is this, right? If we do start to see this thing holding and not breaking up, if it does break up, we're probably going to run up towards these levels. This is short-term analysis. Now, again, I say short-term analysis. Let's actually do this here for a minute, okay? Sync in layout. Let's clone you. All right, I say short-term analysis because that's a short-term. I say short-term analysis, but if it does start to make a move, then if it does start to make a move up, then guess what? See, that's all the same thing, guys, right? You guys that are trying to make some stuff up, you guys are making life hard for yourself. Sideways channel, right? Cool. Now all I'm looking for is, now if I was trading the shorter time frame charts, which I'm not, I always like to trade the daily charts because I like to jump in on trades that's likely to last a few weeks to a month and jump on a big profit. But on a short-term basis, this is holding here, right? If we do break up, we'll probably have a move up towards up here somewhere, right? But if we don't, if it starts, it could be complete meltdown in the free fall. And I really do mean that because look what's happening through here. This is the daily charts. And if that starts through there, then we're probably going to start to see, just by looking at these levels through here, we're probably going to start to see this thing roll over. And if it does, we could start to see a 4 or 5 or maybe even another 10% drop to the downside coming through, which is only just down through here, by the way. Right? Which is, as you can see, it's only even a drop down to there. Which is actually just a breakdown to there, right? We could see another 10% movement on the downside real soon. If we do break down, this could start to see an overall move on the downside from there to there. But you see what I'm saying here, right? Why? It's just the same pattern, right? We're probably going to make a really big move soon. I don't know where it is, but we are starting to what? Develop this. Now, you don't want to trade just based off a channel only. One of the reasons why my trading is so successful is because I have the channel, step one, and then out of the channel, I look for my trading setup. So important, right? You don't just get in on any breakout of the channel there, right? Well, that's for me anyway. That's what I'm looking for. But one thing I do know is the channel gives me a probability that if we do get a trade, or if I do get a trade, we're likely to see a really big move to come. Right, and so this is it through here. If I look at the YM, if I'm looking at the Dow, sync through layout, clone, support. See, this is hourly charts. This is where for you guys that are trading the shorter time frame charts, 5-minute charts, stuff like that, this is what you should be focusing on the hourly chart. Why? Because it could be a beautiful 5-minute trade here and so on and so forth, right? If you guys are trading shorter time frame charts. And again, I'm using this here. It doesn't matter what time frame it is, right? Because every market works the same way, right? Look at this here. Look at this here. Look what happened. Went sideways for a while. It's the same thing. Same thing. Sideways. If we did break, we break down, right? But then it started what? A big downward trend, right? And that downward trend then started a movement down of 2.3% through there. That was the same for the S&P 500, right? Look at that through there. Do you see what I'm saying here, right? So you guys, again, this is where trading is just about understanding how these markets work and then just finding the pattern. It's pretty easy, right? It's not that difficult. Actually, the difficult thing is focusing on one thing. Initially, anyway. Initially, that's the difficult thing, right? And then we had to move to the downside, right? S&P 500. S&P 500 then what? Had a movement of, is that right? 6%. What did I say on the Dow? Was I looking at the wrong thing? Oh, that was a 7%. So 7% drop to the downside. As you can see from that pattern through there, we're getting the same thing through here. It's actually pretty much almost virtually the same thing, isn't it? So if we do roll over, especially if we start to get this type of pattern, guess what we're getting? Same thing for the S&P. We're probably going to have a move to the downside because now then we're breaking to the upside and breaking out of, maybe through there. right? You see what I'm saying here, right? So I'm not saying this is definitely going to go down, but if it starts, complete meltdown and the free fall is coming. And the same for the NASDAQ. Look at the same for the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's doing the exact same thing. There's the sideways pattern. I'm telling you right now, traders, this here is the number one trading pattern that you could just see it time and time again, right? And then whenever you see this here, I'm trying to see if there's any other more examples in the past, but we can't. There's, again, maybe, just maybe, there was something, the NASDAQ here, right? So there probably was something a little bit through there. Not exactly perfect, right? But we did have a little bit of sideways proof through, and then we started to see the move down just like the other indices. But you see what I'm saying here, right? So if this starts to roll over here, now this is the hourly chart. If this starts to happen, then if I start to go down to my, this is the ES. If I go to my daily charts and then look at my big daily trend now, what is my daily trend doing? My daily trend is what now? My daily trend is down, up, lower high, down, up, lower high. So if the hourly chart here starts to roll over and we start to see what? A move down to here somewhere. If we do see something like that and we do get something like that on the hourly chart, well, guess what's happening now? Now we're making a lower high and now another lower high from here, right? In that free trading course, link in the description there, guys, phase number 2, I actually walk you through a lot of things about the trend analysis. And phase number 3, in that free course, I give you a link in the description there. Phase number 3 is all about recognizing these different types of patterns, like what I talk about the channels and so on and so forth. If you like that, then definitely phase number 3 is going to really help you out. If you're having a hard time in trading right now, the very first video you get is 1, my trading system, but also 2, in the trading course, is the top 13 mistakes that I've made in the last 20 years and how to overcome them so you can stop doing them and actually start to move forward in a big way. But looking at this level here, guys, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, right? And then we could get down. This is where if this happens on the hourly chart up here, this is the daily chart, then we could be getting ready for a movement on the downside quite strongly from here. So there's a lot of things that are setting up right now, guys. The number one thing is be patient, but the next thing I do say is trading is just about understanding the pattern recognition. And the number one thing on this thesis of this video is this, is that whenever we do go sideways, whether it's on a daily charts or whether it's on an hourly chart, when it does start to break, we tend to go for really big moves to come.